I've been thinking for a long time either to make or not to make this video, and of course I have decided to make this video. Just want to get something off my chest. And as always, everything I said in this video are just my personal opinion, and I have no hate to anyone or any city at all, but respect. So long story short, you may or may not aware that I am not living in the UK now but Hong Kong, a place that I was born. Hong Kong has a very strict policy for the bug, and that is we have to wear a mask when we go outside, which doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I think that is a good idea. What I don't think was a good idea is somehow someone believed it is a good idea to lock down the entire building because someone has a bug. And of course, they're getting free food and free water and toilet paper. And if you want to leave the building, you have to show that you have a negative test result for the bug, which means you're not having a bug, of course. But also, talking to a few friends of mine in one of my last live stream, I believe it is time that we learn to live with the bug. And hopefully everything will be back to normal. Hopefully very soon. Speaking of normal life, I did have a normal life when I was back in Wales. Then after 15 years of away from Hong Kong, to live in Hong Kong, life is anything but normal for me. And it's not because I do not like Hong Kong, I just feel that Hong Kong is not for me. And believe it or not, when I was in the UK, sometimes I did have nightmare that I dreamed that somehow I was in Hong Kong. And I'm taking a long time to get used to it. I'm living that nightmare right now. Unlike Hong Kong, Wales is a big place with beautiful nature. Also in the city that I now see home, is a beautiful city with not so many people like Hong Kong, and also not a city with tall buildings everywhere. I'm more of a country boy now, enjoying my normal life in a normal city. I'm not saying Hong Kong is bad, but compared to Hong Kong, the city in Wales that I now see home is just like a small village. Hong Kong is just like London, and with all due respect, I'm not a big fan of living in London, and of course I'm not a big fan of living in a place with tall buildings everywhere and people everywhere like Hong Kong. The city in Wales that I now see home is a quiet, beautiful city, and everywhere I go, everything is calm and slow. But Hong Kong is not a quiet city. It is still beautiful, but without the nature beauty that I love, and too many people living in a small little place. Like I said before, Hong Kong is a lovely city, but it is just not for me. And even I have been back for 3 months already, I still find it hard to get used to live in Hong Kong. And of course, I would love to be back to the UK, back to Wales before my birthday, as I miss all my friends in Wales. And they're not just normal friends, but friends in real life. I just want a simple life. Not a life in a big city, but if you like big city, I do respect that, but that is just not for me. And I just want a simple life. Hopefully I will be able to go back home in time for my birthday. I am homesick.